you got to find it. You got to find it in there, and you got to go and get it and deliver it to the people of Akron.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Bobby, as Knockout Natalie once again for the Little Steel Derby girls through the pack, takes a spill.
Back up quickly though, and Knockout Natalie turning on the jets and coming around.
Jammer Cindy Nader for the Rubber City Renegades sitting in the penalty box. As you might say, Blaze and Bobby, this is something that Rubber City can ill afford at this point. It's going to be defense, defense, defense as Knockout Natalie continues to take advantage of a depleted Rubber City defense. Saucy Minx, Sin City, and Punisher Pixie picking up the load for that Rubber City defense, and we're rejoined now by Cindy Nader.
Now Cindy Nader, a strong skater and a strong presence on the floor. This is good news for Rubber City.
And a big collision in the middle of the pack. Punisher Pixie involved with Knockout Natalie.
And here comes Barbonic Plague, but that is going to end the jam. Well, the good news, I think, Mad Dogs, will come into the next jam pretty much even keeled. Here comes that big shot there at the end of the pack.
For our friends at Time Warner on Local On Demand, we're going to see that collision. Looks like Saucy Minx drove the jammer into Punisher Pixie, who lost her footing over the jammer, created that collision. Everybody goes to the ground, but still, you can't say enough about Lil Steel. 109-91, 18-point advantage for the Youngstown team, as now we see Deadeye Hunter on the jammer line, and she is nothing but determined coming out of the gate.
Well, I will tell you that in this match, one person that has really impressed me is Deadeye Hunter. She never lets up off the line. She skates very hard with a lot of determination.
And here she is, folks. She's your lead jammer. Give it up for Deadeye Hunter.
Deadeye Hunter looking to score some points.
And Deadeye Hunter driven out of bounds to the outside.
Mel Practice, the ever-present Mel Practice, sending Deadeye Hunter out of bounds, and Deadeye Hunter trying to find a little daylight.
She's on
down.
The ground. If she can get back up, that'll be points. She's going to call off the jam.
Wisely calling off the jam after scoring a few points there, Mad Dog. That is what it's all about.
Well, once again, consistency is key, and Rubber City takes a 2-0 advantage in that jam. 109-93, they're going to close that point lead. And here comes the captain of the Rubber City Renegades for this Rubber City Roller Girls squad, number 114, Cindy Nader, who right now, I mean, I would have to put up there as my front runner for MVP of this bout from the Rubber City side. Deadeye Hunter also been impressive. Allison Rollerland, you know, a few others. Very impressive on the jammer side. Of course, Jackie O'Sassin been, very impressive defensively. So, we'll see what happens. But Cindy Nader out there, she's fighting her way, takes the inside.
Cindy Nader is your lead jam, and now has a great opportunity to get out there and score some points, Mad Dog.
And Knockout Natalie was knocked to the floor. There's Barbonic Plague with a big shot. That's why they call her the Black Death, Bobby. She's gonna put you on the concrete.
Knockout Natalie
dare you to get up.
Knockout Natalie got a heaping helping of Barbonic Plague there, Mad Dog.
And Cindy Nader is taking advantage. Here comes Georgia Romero, and some contact there. Knockout Natalie on the ground once again. Cindy Nader coming around the turn. She's the lead jammer, in control for Rubber City.
Cindy Nader into the back of the pack and looking to turn it on.
She's still on her skates. She's standing firm. Tuck that elbow and roll. It's Cindy Nader through the pack with the points. She calls the jam.
And just listen to that crowd,
That crowd is going wild here at the John S. Knight Center. That's what you like to see. That's why Monster Energy comes out. That's why Buzzbin comes out. A 10-0 advantage. Cindy Nader. And for our viewers on Time Warner Cable, we're going to check out a replay. You see Knockout Natalie there working her way through the pack. It's going to be Cindy Nader to the outside.
And calling the jam.
Big time as Barbonic Plague throws her arms in the air in victory. 109-103 is the advantage for Lil Steel. 6-point lead as they put Rubber City puts Jackie O'Sassin on the jammer line
against Gulina yet again. Gulina, I gotta say, has jammed more than just about anybody tonight, and that's asking an awful lot out of your jammer.
And Jackie O'Sassin, she's caught cutting the track. She's gonna visit the penalty box. Now it's gonna be up to defense. Gulina has to fight with Sin City. She is through. It's Gulina as the lead jammer.
And Berserk Assault on that last pass gave Barbonic Plague a little bit of what she's been waiting for there. Berserk Assault sent Barbonic Plague crumbling to the ground.
Well, Barbonic Plague is always a target for pack blocking, because look how she hits. She's a beast out there, a Mack truck, and she's sending girls left and right to the concrete. You got to figure at one point somebody's going to get up and say, hey, they've had enough, and go after a little retribution.
Well, no question about it, Mad Dog. She's definitely one of the most dangerous presences on the floor.
And the jam has been called. Gulina. Little Steel making up a little bit more of that point lead with 12 minutes and 31 seconds left. 113 to 103 is the Little Steel advantage.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, if I'm Gulina, I'm looking for a raise.
They've been working her like a horse, no doubt about it, Bobby. And now Jackie Osassin continues to sit in the penalty box, and boy, this is going to be such a disadvantage as Lil Steel lines up Malpractice, number NC-17. Saucy Minx, Painful Grace, Cindinator in the pack.
Gonna have to do a job up front, keeping it nice and tight, Mad Dog.
Along with Punisher Pixie. And there's some contact on the outside, but Malpractice takes advantage. She's the lead jammer. And you have to figure Jackie Osassin sitting in that penalty box has to be salivating to get back out there on the track.
She is on her feet, however, and that is nothing but a good sign.
And now it's up to defense. Saucy Minx in the back. Painful Grace. Punisher Pixie. Big hit by Painful Grace. Sending Malpractice to the concrete. Jackie Osassin re-enters the action. And a booty block driving Malpractice out of bounds is Cindinator.
And that's going to bring two Rubber City skaters into the penalty box.
Malpractice is through the pack. Jackie Osassin struggling in the middle of the pack. She's looking for the inside. She's got one to beat. Looks to the outside, can't make it. Malpractice having a field day. Now it's only Saucy Minx and Punisher Pixie. Malpractice is through with ease. And she's pumping that arm. She wants more points for the Little Steel Derby girls. Jackie Osassin doing everything she can to try to get through that pack. She's held up by Knockout Natalie on the outside.
Well, the pack just looks tired, Mad Dog. I can't explain it any better than that.
And Malpractice putting on a show for these fans.
But Jackie Osassin is through the pack and has an opportunity here to score some points. However, I don't think she'll get that far.
And Malpractice engages the pack as the jam timer expires. We're going to go to the whiteboard in the center of the track and see exactly what kind of damage was done. 15-0 on the part of Little Steel. 128 to 103 with 9 minutes and 53 seconds left to go.
25-point advantage, Little Steel, and time is running out for Rubber City.
And for our viewers on Time Warner Cable, local on demand, we've got a replay here. Big hit by Painful Grace in the pack. Boy, you can tell she's been waiting for that this entire bout. Bobby, she sent that jammer to the concrete, you know, with a fierceness.
No question about it. And, you know, even though she drew a penalty on the play, sometimes those are the penalties you want. Those are the kind of penalties that gel you together as a team.
And Leanna Lecter, and a big hit sends Georgia Romero to the ground. That was
Tama
Maniac number 34 with a monster hit. Little Steel looking to take command of this bout. And defense is going to be the key. You've got Cindinator and Barbonic Plague up front.
Barbonic Plague sending the jammer to the ground from Little Steel, and she is going to call the jam.
She's got to call it. Big time defense. Big time defense by the veteran Barbonic Plague. 131 to 103 as our folks on Time Warner Cable, local on demand, are going to see The jammer for Little Steel comes through. Barbonic Plague drives her out of bounds. That could have been a huge advantage for Little Steel. She'd have gotten through that pack. Bobby, Barbonic Plague drove her out of bounds, forced her to call that jam off.
Yeah.
Great play, Barbonic Plague.
Nice job by Barbonic Plague there. Curtailing the bleeding a little bit there, Mad Dog.
28-point advantage for Little Steel with 8 minutes and 17 seconds left.
Cindenator, the jammer, now on the floor for Rubber City, and gets her way through the pack, and she's your lead jammer.
Cindenator and Malpractice being kept out of bounds. You got Maybe Hazardous and Allison Rollerland on the defense. Malpractice struggling in the back of the pack.
Well, blocker Betty Bowdit finds the penalty box for Little Steel, Mad Dog, and she is not happy at all. She wants a call.
Malpractice cannot find the front of that pack. Cindenator through the pack. Hit him low, put on some contact. And Cindenator calling off the jam.
5 points, Rubber City. Nice job.
Bobby, if you're Amy Animal at this point, what's your strategy? 131 to 108. You've got a lot of ground to cover. As we see number D20 on that replay, Maybe Hazardous taking the home run shot. Malpractice still on her feet, but Cindenator getting through the pack. Bobby, what do you do if you're Amy Animal at this point?
You got to try to figure out something to do, Mad Dog, to light a fire under your team. Let them know the importance of them getting a win tonight.
Who does that better than Barbonic Plague? Number 105 degrees, the Black Death. She finds the outside and she's through the pack.
And this could be just what the doctor ordered, Mad Dog.
And the Rubber City defense all over Gulina. Mighty Mayhem with the contact. Georgia Romero, but it is not enough. Gulina is through the pack. Barbonic Plague looking for help from MC Hammer. She's to the middle. Barbonic Plague has the points.
Barbonic Plague taking advantage right now, able to get through and score some points. Looking to do it again.
And MC Hammer couldn't stop her. Mighty Mayhem
4
also
points.
Ineffective. Gulina is through the pack with 4 points. Now Barbonic Plague is through. She is past. Fancy footwork, Barbonic Plague.
And calls the jam.
She
wisely.
calls it off. 8-4 for Barbonic Plague. Cleans up a little bit of lead for the Rubber City offense. 6 minutes and 3 seconds left to go in this bout. 135 to 116 as we see here on the monitor, Bobby. Barbonic Plague takes that contact and does what she does so well, absorbing it, staying on her skates, and able to get through that pack and find the daylight.
And she's always able to stay on her feet, even when she doesn't stay on her feet, Mad Dog. She is absolutely and totally one of the most agile skaters on the Rubber City bench.
Number AK-47, Allison Rollerland. Up against Berserk Assault, who is your lead jammer.
Well, Berserk Assault is through as your lead jammer, and this may be the first time we've seen her jam tonight,
Allison
Mad Dog.
Rollerland, yeah, that's true. Allison Rollerland around the outside. She's through the pack as well. Berserk Assault re-engages the pack. She looks to the outside, can't find it. Turns to the inside. She's got to beat Saucy Minx and Punisher Pixie, which she does. With help from the bench, she calls the jam. Advantage Little Steel. 4:58 left to play. 4-0 on that effort.
And Berserk Assault here, you can see on the replay screen, Mad Dog coming up into the back of the pack and finding that inside seam. We said it earlier and we'll say it again. You give a jammer that inside seam and they're going to take it all day long. Gut check time, Rubber City.
It's number 114. Cindenator, captain of the Renegades, taking the line. Betty Bowdit on the jammer line for the Steel City Derby girls. And it's Cindenator trying to fight her way through. She's got a lot of contact, and Tama Maniac.
Cindenator is your lead jammer.
She makes it through. Bobby, she's got a lot of fight in her. She is doing everything she can as the captain of this team to take the reins and try to get it done for the Renegades. She's got a lot of points to make up, but there is still some time in this bout. 3 minutes and 57 seconds.
Well, a big shot there by number 682, Deadeye Hunter, keeping the Little Steel jammer at bay. And here comes Cindinator again on the inside, and more points.
5 points for Cindinator.
And she'll call the jam.